Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode one of our new revised book club, which is tea, coffee,
Tea, coffee,
books, and conversations. Because I'm having my
book,
tea
and
here.
conversations.
Yes, I'm having my tea here, and I am super excited because our book club, which is the Unicorn Readers Club, is an ongoing book club. But we decided to do something a little hatke, and that's why we've come up with this beautiful concept where while we have our tea, Neelam from Delhi and me from Mumbai, we will discuss a book, summarize it for all of you, so that we all can have conversations, we all can learn, we all can grow together. And how does that get even better? Neelam, what do you say?
I'm super duper excited for this. Book club has been my favorite
Yes.
aspect of being with Unicorn, and
Neelam
I
is the
just love to
co-founder.
read books.
So for all of you who asked me about a Unicorn Readers Club, it's not just mine. It's co-founded by Neelam, and we came up with this idea in lockdown,
Thank you for giving me that opportunity.
and thank you for honoring this beautiful. When we spoke about it, and when I said Neelam, let's do this, बोली हाँ हाँ चलो चलो मुझे तो करना है मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And I really like that, and I was like, okay, we can have Bombay and Delhi both into discussions. And before the lockdown, we wanted to take this in person. So the
Yeah.
whole vision was that have conversations. And when, before the world had closed down pre-COVID, we were thinking of having in-person book club meet. But then 2 years were in lockdown and we couldn't meet. But then, we decided to do it this way. In the future, it's a vision to have more book club meets, a book club meet in Mumbai and a book club meet in Delhi and probably in your city too, probably wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching us from Bangalore or Chennai or Pune or London or New York or Singapore, whoever is watching us, we would love to travel to your city. So, what is so different about this and our other book club talks? Any guesses, all of you? And by the way, you all see the city is overcast. I think it will start raining anytime in Mumbai. I sometimes feel it gets so hot, Neelam, that मुझे लगता है बारिश आज ही आएगी. And there are black clouds if you see in the sky. And मुझे तो लगता है कि भाई जल्दी बारिश होने वाली है. So in the monsoons, it will
Yes,
be even
beautiful.
better to have chai and have these conversations.
Beautiful idea. And I'm jealous of you because it's mid-May here in Delhi. We are just, burning ourselves with heat.
तो आर वी
So
बर्निंग यार, तो हम लोग भी बहुत बर्न हो रहे हैं, लेकिन मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि एवरी इवनिंग द स्काई इज सो ब्यूटीफुल. एंड आई जस्ट समटाइम्स व्हेन आई एम हैविंग माय कप ऑफ टी, I just like to see the sky and just stare at the ocean, and I feel so so overwhelmed by the beauty the nature has to offer. And I would ask each and every one of you to just take that time out, guys. And when you sip your cup of tea, I'm just having ginger tea today. So when you have your cup of tea, pick your favorite book and just watch the nature. तो मैंने तो थोड़ा सा सस्पेंस खोल दिया, but oh, this is what the book is. All
think
right,
like a monk.
superb. So we have these two books upcoming for our talk, which is Nilam, do you want to first talk about Think Like a Monk, or we'll talk about The Alchemist, whatever is.
Yes, yes, of course.
So
I
let us.
think I'll give you I haven't started reading it full-fledged
Yes,
manner,
yes,
but I had glimpses of it. I don't have a habit of reading a book of fictional, so I start from
yeah,
I mean I just open the book and start reading it. So that's what my
yeah.
nature is. Uh, being an air sign, I'm very chanchal from my
So am I.
pravrti.
So am I. But yeah, let's begin with Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk. I think it has been a great book in recent times, and a friend
I
has recommended.
personally admire him a lot.
Oh, I do so. I just do so because I love the way he puts his content is very clear, very crisp, and yet very spiritual. So
Yeah.
So, Neelam, this book actually talks about the monk mindset. Okay. And Jay Shetty says that monk mindset, what is monk mindset? Monk mindset is all about constant self awareness, discipline, because for all of us, before I read this book, I was like, what do you mean by think like a monk? Because monk, the thought of monk makes us think about renunciation, what we call as
Yes,
sannyasa in Sanskrit. And in Bhagavad Gita, there is a very clear definition between, there is a difference between a sannyasi and a yogi. And I believe all of us are yogis, but not all of us are sannyasis, of course, because we all are
yes,
very much in the samsara. And when I first picked up this book, I thought, okay, what do you mean by think like a monk? But to put it best, I would say that this book is all about the monk mindset talks about being self aware, discipline to be inculcated in your day to day work, diligence, focus, and practice. Practice is everything. I believe practice is, for me, my biggest learning has been if you practice, you can do anything and everything. And I put it on my, as a Zumba instructor, I began as a very poor dancer, very poor dancer. In fact, when I did my Zumba instructor training, many people said कि अरे ये Zumba instructor बन सकती है तो कोई भी बन सकता है, because I knew I was not a good dancer, but with practice, there have been days I have practiced every day. I practice and practice and practice, and that is where you reach perfection. I would not even say perfection, I would call it mastery, because I believe in mastery more than perfection. So, the monk mindset requires self awareness, discipline, diligence, focus, and practice. And he also talks about hard work, but he says that the tools are already in your head, in your heart, and in your hands, which is what I feel is amazing. So,
yes.
Neelam, giving it over to you, what would you like to say about this book and
See,
anything?
I
Yeah,
think I have rightly chosen this book because all these things I really wish I could inculcate in me. I am a very indisciplined person. So to say I from that I'm a very haphazard kind of a person. So if I decide that
hmm,
I have to do something at 6 p.m., so from 5 p.m. I have this tension in my
you are
mind.
a creative
Okay,
person.
6.
You know,
Yes,
you are not a haphazard person, because even I used to believe that I'm a
I
very
don't
haphazard
know.
person. But at the moment I realize that I'm very creative. But creative with a little bit of discipline can is the one which creates a big change in the world. So you are creative. You are not a haphazard. So I'm going to
Okay,
change that,
okay. So thank you for boosting my confidence here.
because
But
I'm
yes,
similar. Air sign. Air sign again. So air signs I know are very, they can get
yes,
chaotic. They can get completely, we are air. You know how the
I'm
air is.
very chaotic. Yes. So detachment is something that I really really want to learn, and I'm practicing a lot, but still, I'm not reached that level. So the key reason I bought this book was that,
Yeah.
once I was going through LinkedIn,
Hmm.
somebody had liked Jay's channel or Jay's status
Okay.
over there,
Okay.
and
Wow.
it was on relationship. So he's written a book on relationship, and he makes short videos of 1 minute or 45
Yes.
seconds on
Yes.
relationship issues, and I just love those videos. I subscribed to his channel, and then
Right.
uh, slowly I started watching him a lot on YouTube and other channels. I subscribed his YouTube channel as well, and then I realized this guy talks sense. Though he is also a yogi like us, he is in sansar. He
Yes.
has a wife. He has a successful career, everything. But there is some kind of strong sense of spirituality behind everything that he does,
Yes.
and that's what inspires me. Though
Absolutely.
I just thought that let's not buy the book on relationship, because I am pretty much balanced. I think I am
Sorted.
balanced in my relationship, but on all the other aspects, I thought that I should be thinking like him.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
bought this book, Think Like a
Yes.
Monk.
Yes. Yes. And for me, I've always, I subscribe to all his channels. I've been consuming his content. I always say
Yeah,
I'm a big
even
sucker
on
for
Mind Valley.
completely. So I'm a big sucker for all things which is about transformational personal growth, spirituality. Like I can, sometimes my family asks me, आप बोर नहीं होते हो कभी, यही सब देखते रहते हो पूरा टाइम, मेडिटेशन पूरा टाइम, ग्रोथ पूरा टाइम, फोकस पूरा टाइम यही. बट I'm always been attracted to this kind of content, and I can go forever. So I have been watching Jay's content for a long time, and I also subscribe to his wife's channel for because she talks about Ayurveda recipe, and I am someone who lives or who has
Yeah.
started slowly moving towards the Ayurvedic lifestyle, and I practice dinacharya and yoga. So I think I was attracted to her page as well because she talks a lot about green food. She talks a lot about um, inculcating those little practices. And I really like the sense of humor. And when they both make videos together, I just love it. So I always been following Jay's content, and a friend recommended this book to me, and I think it was lockdown. And I think the same night, the same day when he recommended it to me, I downloaded it on Kindle and I read it. I read it at the same time, and I was like, wow, I was blown away by a lot of things. And of course, for all our viewers who are watching this, me and Neelam have tried to summarize such a beautiful book in the best possible way. So please take what resonates with you, and I would still recommend please read the book. Book is beautiful, and
Yes.
it's very powerful. I really like it. So
And
Neelam
I'm
would
still reading it. I'll keep on sharing the quotes,
yes,
beautiful, summaries of chapters wherever possible, because when time allows, I love
yes,
to do that.
yes, yes,
So definitely, I'll keep on sharing that. And meanwhile, I'll request all our viewers, all the people that are there on the book club, that do share your point of
do
views,
share
your
your
yes,
learning.
and your learnings. It will help all of us.
Absolutely. So, Neelam, should I go first or do you want to go first? Because I'm just going to quickly put
You
my.
you
Should I
should go
go ahead?
first.
All right. Okay. So, he speaks about the monk mindset, which is what is the crux of this book. There are three things which he talks about. One is letting go, or what he calls as cleansing. After you let go, the next thing he talks about is grow, which is what he calls as reshaping, and then of course expanding, what he calls as give. So, what are the three things? What is the summary of all of this? So, of course, when we talk about monk, I think let go is one of very important things because for any layman, monk is someone who has let go of a lot of things. So, the first thing which the book speaks about is identify your values. Okay. And once you identify your values, eliminate what is not aligned with your values. Very important because once you are aligned to your highest timeline, only then you can progress. Then he also talks about getting away from negativity. Okay, because negative people can just drown you down. So instead of getting stuck
Yep.
in the drama, trauma, and judging, gossiping them, be aware. Okay, this person is negative. Okay, hang on. I know this person is negative. Walk away slowly. Okay. So, and what I just like about this part is he said for every negative person, we have three inspiring people around you. Okay. So he calls this the 75-25 rule. One negative person, three inspiring people. Magical. And this can just change your life.
So beautiful.
So beautiful, right? Next is eliminate your fears, right? Now, Buddha, there is a quote which says, fear does not prevent death, it prevents life. So because fear stops you from living your life. So it is important to acknowledge your fears, especially where there are patterns, find them. And please know that the cause of fear is attachment, because attachment brings in fears. When you are detached, there will be no fear. And understand your true intentions. The why ladder. What does the why ladder say? That dig down to the deepest why and know what are your intentions. You need to know your why. Why am I doing this book club? Why are me and Neelam doing this book club? A, we love reading. B, we want to build a community of people around us who who will be reading and who will be sharing. And we will get to know about more books. We will get to know about more
Yep.
content. And we will reach out. And, with this, we want to inspire more people to read. Because nowadays I see everyone is on their phone. How many of us are reading? I really want people to actually buy books and read. If not, if you're like me, I have an entire room dedicated for books, and I have no room for books now, so I read Kindle. You can even read Kindle. But so our intention of making this video is to build a community of readers and to be a sort of inspiration for people to read more. So that was the first let go or cleansing, what is about letting go. Now, here he speaks about, so there is also meditations, and here he speaks about the breathing meditation. So, when you align with your breath, you align with yourself and with all your emotions. You calm and center yourself, you de stress yourself, and this helps you to let go. Okay, so that is the first part of the three stages of adapting to a monk mindset. Neelam, anything you would like to add before I go to the second one?
No, I think you have beautifully summarized it, and especially when you say that breathing and how meditation and breathing are interconnected, and how
They
we can
are.
align ourselves with our inner self, or with
Absolutely.
our higher being. So
So I
this is
myself, I
actually very
practice
beautiful.
pranayama. I'm myself a big fan of pranayama, and I love pranayama so much that I think it has changed my life. It has changed my posture. It has changed my body language. It has changed the texture of my skin. It has changed my body. It has changed my mind. So practice pranayama, guys. Please, if you haven't started, at least join a yoga class and start with pranayama. It will change your life. It will change your life. Let's go to this next part of the next stage of adapting to the monk mindset, which is the growth, right? Or what we call as reshaping. So here, Jay talks about first and foremost your ikigai, your purpose. Okay, and he has used the word dharma, which is passion plus expertise plus usefulness. And exactly the concept of this Japanese ikigai, what you love to do, you are the best in it, and it should be useful for the outside world. So look for look for opportunities, because in life purpose coaching we talk about that, because we when we love something in life, we just lose a track of time. So pursue more of that. Now, just that is not enough. As I said, life purpose takes time. It needs work, right? So when I say it needs work, I talk about creating a routine, which is what he says about creating a morning routine of gratitude, meditation, exercise, and of course knowledge, which means everything will come together to put your day and focus on the day and to make sure that you are walking in the right direction. Then he talks about taking control of your mind. So imagine if your mind is untrained, it can be a very bad master. But if your mind is trained, it can be a very good servant. So he says that in an untrained state, the intellect is asleep on the job. So the senses have control of the mind and lead the body to whatever they please. And this is what happens when you're in the comfort zone. You just don't reach anywhere, because in the end, your mind is everything, and it will determine whether you will live in happiness or misery. But it's very important to take control of your mind. And most important is master your ego. If you don't break your ego, life will do it for you. So it's very important to practice being humble. Um, Something very interesting which I read in this book, which I never read before, which says that remember the bad you have done and the good others have done to you, and forget the good you've done for them and the bad they have done. So this is about being humble. Okay. But of course, keep awareness, because in the first part we spoke about keeping negative people away. So don't be stupid, don't be a fool. Be aware, but break your ego and be humble. But be aware of what kind of people you are facing, because if you're going to be with negative people, you cannot practice this, right?
Sometimes our ego says that we should be doing tit for tat.
Yeah.
this is the right way to deal with such people.
Right.
If
Right.
they are pulling us down, then we will come down and we'll come
Yeah.
down to their level and reply to them. But actually this is not us who is talking. This is our
Absolutely. It's
ego.
our ego.
Ego
And
is saying
yes,
कि आपको बदला लेना है, आपको उनको जवाब देना है. But if you don't have ego, you will just forgive, and the
you will
pain
walk
and the
away.
hurt
You will
and
walk away.
the scar will, yeah, the scar will heal. But the ego doesn't let you heal. That's why
Absolutely.
it is very important to let your ego down.
And it's very important to know why we meet difficult people. There is a reason why we meet difficult people. So if you
Yeah.
meet negative people, walk away, but let go of your ego. So here he talks about the meditation here he talks about is a visualization where he says that close your eyes and take you yourself to another time or another space where you can probably heal something in the past and prepare for the future. Okay. I'm not going into details of this. The book has it so beautifully.
I have done this meditation. I have done this
You have?
visualization. It
Wow. Wow.
it healed me. It healed me. Still, when I feel so much of pain, I go back to that meditation, and then it has amazing calming, soothing effect on
Yes.
my entire persona.
Absolutely. 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 And Neelam, it brings me to the third part, which is expanding or what he calls as giving. Here he speaks about expressing gratitude and practicing gratitude. So
Yes.
the more you practice gratitude, you create a circle of love. So thank people for all the good they've done to you. Appreciate people who are helping you. Um, you know, people who are being patient with you, thank them all the time. Because here he also talks about building a good relationship because he says that trust can be threatened in many ways and it needs to be reinforced and rebuilt on daily basis. So he talks about creating a very strong foundation of relationships and six loving exchanges is something I really liked about which he's written where he says is gift which means give with intention, receive with gratitude, listen without judgment, talk openly or vulnerably, and cook or prepare food without an agenda and receive food with presence. And the final thing he's spoken about is living in service. And I think I really feel that um, service is the answer to everything
Yes.
because when you reach out to people and give, I think that spark, we all have that spark in us to serve. Okay. And especially when we don't expect anything in return and just get the joy of serving,
And how much happiness and joy
happiness
it
is
brings to us.
absolutely. And do that more. I mean, of course, serve through your life purpose, to serve through your work. That is one part of it. We get paid for that. But when you serve from your heart as an act of generosity, it's something else, right? And there
It
he
is.
talks about chants, and chants are something which are very close to my heart too, because I love to chant Om Namah Shivaya, and sound meditations are really very powerful. You know, when I work with the sound bowl too, we have music therapy as a part of Unicorn Insight and singing as a therapy as a part of Unicorn Insight. So we always practiced all of this. So I think here he talks about chants, and chants can be one of the most beautiful experiences, especially if you are feeling very turbulent inside. I think chants can really calm you. So find the chant which resonates with your heart and do more chanting. It will really set you free. And towards to Neelam, do you want to add anything before we almost come to the end of the book?
No, I think I'm already mesmerized with
Already
what we have
mesmerized, right?
discussed till now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Jay Shetty talks about Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which is a chant to connect to Lord Krishna. So yeah, of course, it's a beautiful chant too. You
My
can
father
even
used to chant that.
is it? Wow,
He was a Krishna devotee, and
beautiful,
the last word on his mouth when he breathed last was Hare Krishna, and that was the word on my mother's lips as well.
so beautiful. And Krishna had said in Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, um, That the
They
one
used to
who
read Bhagavad Gita
the one
every
who
day, like
remembers me at
religiously.
yes. So in Bhagavad Gita it is said that one who remembers me at the time of death um, attains me is
Yes.
what. So I'm sure your parents were beautiful.
I always
Um,
see them in divine light. I always see them.
Absolutely, and also Neelam, because the, the moment you said that they chanted Krishna's name in at their last time, in the last breath itself means how powerful their soul was and how much the bhakti was. Bhakti makes you very humble. I think that's what I also
They
like
were very
about
humble. They were
yes,
very humble. I mean, I remember, they used to live in a freehold property and they were old couple. I was very, I used to get concerned about their safety
right,
and all,
right,
but they were always very fearless, and everybody who rang their bell
right,
did not go without having water and food. That was my mother's, aura. And
beautiful,
when she left her body, and even it was a house where a death has occurred, but
yeah.
the positivity and the aura of that day I still remember. And Kamal was with me, my husband. He told me that lag nahi raha yahan par koi death hui hai,
Because and
yahan par
this is
itna
exactly
ujala hai.
because they attain Krishna. Antakale cha mamev smaran muktva kalevaram. Yap prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra saushaya. Which means the one who remembers me at the time of the death attains me. And that's what your parents did. So thank
They
you for
have attained.
sharing such a beautiful experience so vulnerably. It just it takes um it takes a lot of
Today's Mother's
vulnerability.
Day.
And probably your mother is watching you. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being so vulnerable, Neelam.
I could never be the way she wanted me to be. So I was a difficult child for her. But yes, I was my papa's daughter. So I'm
You are
every
wonderful the
bit
way
of
you are.
me is my dad.
You are wonderful the way you are, and
Thank
this is what
you.
we
Thank
need in the world. So,
you.
so I think yes,
Thank you.
we are quite done with the book. Is there anything you
Yeah.
would like to add here?
No, no, absolutely no, because you have covered it beautifully. It has everything, the summary, covers every part, every aspect of the book, and I love it. And seriously, this I've read sections of the book, and every section has a story or an anecdote or something, some real life examples, and I found all of them so relatable. So it's
Absolutely.
a
So did
very,
I.
very, very simple book,
So did I.
yet very powerful book. So I think we all should
Absolutely.
have one glance of it at least
Yes. Yes.
once
So
in a
please read, guys. Please read.
lifetime.
Please read, even if you don't intend to be a monk, and none of us intend to be, but please read the book. The monk mindset will change your life forever. And to close, I will say that there is something which he speaks about spot, stop, swap, which means train your mind to observe the forces that influence you, detach from the illusions and false beliefs, continually look for what motivates you and what feels meaningful. And that was your book summary for Think
For think
Like a
like a monk.
Monk. With so I don't have the Kindle. I just have the Kindle copy. So Neelam,
I
you can
have
just
the
show the
book.
book.
So yeah, I can
Yes.
show the book.
But I've just enjoyed reading it, and I'm sure people enjoyed watching this video. And before it starts raining in Mumbai, I sometimes feel it will rain, but then the next day it's sunny again. So thank you everyone for being such amazing audience. Thank you for having the patience. And if you like us and if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel. We promise to bring you more and more such powerful, super duper powerful books. This is me, Ashwini Chube, and Neelam Sharma, and we are signing off for all of you. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you all. Thank you for the love.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.